Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how you guys can make more rotations on Consulate the correct ways, and no matter what rank you're in, copper to diamond, this will work in all of the videos. So make sure to leave a like, share with a friend. I stream every single day on twitch.tv/Athieno. Make sure you guys are following me there, and all of my other social media will be in the description, and enjoy the video. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys all of the Consulate rotations that you need to know, whether you're in Copper or you're in Diamond Champion rank. These are all the rotations you need to know to be able to win more games. So I'm going to show you even more shotgun holes. So one thing first, be careful reinforcing off this wall. Most of the time, you don't want to reinforce off this wall because you want to make feet holes right here. You don't want to make big holes, but you want to make, you see how I'm making really small feet holes, like up to right here? The reason being is because you can go up to yellow, and whoever's holding yellow, and also you should have someone holding yellow, so you can, if someone repels in, you can shoot their feet right here. Another thing is the bathroom walls. You guys just go and reinforce anything you see, but you have to remember on this site as well, you have to be careful what you're reinforcing. So if you reinforce off the right side of this wall, and then you make a crouched rotate right here, you make a crouched rotate or whatever you want, because this is how you can rotate in the bathroom, because if someone's stuck in yellow, they have to come to this door, and it's really exposure to them. So it's nice and safe to have good control of this room, and then you can rotate wherever you want. But as well, you want to make a rotate always right here. Do not reinforce off this wall. You don't want to reinforce off this wall, because otherwise then there's only two doorways where they can come in, and if the attackers get control of this room, then all they do is watch one doorway, and that's not good because those are windows right here. So make sure you have a rotate right here. You can reinforce all three of these walls, these three walls right here, but do not reinforce this one. And the other rotation is you want to reinforce this middle one right here. The reason you reinforce the middle is because that way you can have two sides of where you want to peek, like right here, and it's also the doorway closest to the window right here. You don't want to get shot from the window when you're rotating, so you want to make two holes right here. The thing about rotations, good rotation players will not use too much of the shotgun ammo. You want to use like a maximum of like very minimal shotgun ammo. That way you can have a lot more left all around. So those two right here, someone who can play in connector can swing both sides, you know, juke them out. This one as well. This is just for people who are like, oh, what if people can cover a long desk and go right into the site? Well, that's why you kill them when whoever's playing in this bathroom rotate. Let's say if you need to come help them, I'll come in my long desk, boom, boom, you got cover right here. So those are the main holes that you want to make. So we'll go right here. These two right here. These are always, you should always make these. And then this is optional right here. And then this one is optional right here. Don't make a rotate right here, because the point of this rotate right, you want to reinforce this off. That way, whoever's on the windows can't shoot you from there. And if you want to rotate in the site, you can just go to the door with a rotation, but don't open up that single wall that's reinforced. So that's it for upstairs. Let's head over downstairs for the basement defense. And you see that I'm using shotgun players, and maybe impact grenades are fine, but the thing about impacts, you can only have a limitation of 2 holes. But shotgun players can make any kind of angle they want with their shotgun. So always important to bring a smoke or a mute or even like a major shotgun. Impacts as well. It just really depends on what your site you're going up against and how many rotations holes you guys need. But the first one you always want to make, I think almost every player should know this one. You make a rotation right here. That way you can rotate over to behind the white van safely without getting shot. You don't want to make it on this hole. Do not make it here. Also, people will get really confused of what to reinforce in this site sometimes. They see the main walls reinforced, they see the hatches, they don't know what else to reinforce. So thing you need to reinforce is the middle of this wall right here. And I personally like to make 2 head level slash like something you can throw over, because you can also stand on top of this desk and get angles wherever you need, like this. But if someone's coming down yellow, you might want to make this one a little bit smaller. But these are kind of just, another room to put in defense. If you want, you can, if you have extra reinforcements with a new update, you can reinforce off these 2 walls if you'd like. But make sure you get the main stuff reinforced. And the other one right here. That way you can get in this room a lot easier from both sides of the room. This one is also pretty good, because if you ever need to rotate, but you can't go to this double door, and you're exposed to the breach if they have that open, but you can rotate in here, and then get wherever you need to. Be careful of the holes above. Otherwise, not much. You don't really want to make holes right here because that's literally direct line of sight from the breach. So you always kind of want to reinforce off this middle run right here. That way you can have the most cafeteria space that you can without being exposed to, right, yellow. Because imagine this, guys. If you're holding this angle right here and you're kind of just like chilling over here, most of the time, if someone comes down yellow, what's the first thing you check? You check behind the white van, you check maybe behind the pillar, but then you look straight in this angle. So you're kind of exposed right there. But that's basically it for the downstairs, the basement. Again, I'll re-explain everything. Want to make a small rotation right here, crouched, some little holes right here, and then the main rotation on this right here. The thing about crouch, the reason I make crouch rotates, and a lot of people do, is because it kind of keeps your head down low. You don't want to make the holes too big, because if they're too big, they obviously they work against you. They can see more into the site, so you don't want to make them just enough for you to walk in. And also as well, if attackers do tend to rush, they don't sprint through the rotate and kind of like get that pigger's advantage on you. It's also pretty good to make sure that they are, it's just more viable to the defense and all that kind of stuff. So that's it for the downstairs. Let's get right into the next one. So we're going lobby, and the reason I picked Mira is because I feel like smoke and mute are not as needed on the site, but it really depends what hold you're doing. But I like to do Mira just to show you guys something you guys can do. She's not banned. So you put a mirror right here, and the main rotation in this site is that there's not a lot of soft walls you see in this rotate, right? But you if you're holding above, it's nice to have this hatch open. You want to have this hatch open, that way you can rotate down the site. Not really much about this one, but if you kind of really need to disengage fast, then you can open it up, but otherwise you kind of want to leave that closed. Also with this hatch as well, but you always want to keep this one open, that way people can't just cover off this door, smoke off that door, and just plant easily. But this hatch is very present, but it's had a lot of rotation on the site. A good lines of sight are above, obviously, and the main rotation you want to do is this one right here, anywhere on this wall, to be honest, but not really close to yellow. But most of the time, if you don't have a mirror, let's say if I were to have a mirror, I reinforce off this wall, put my mirror down, and then make holes like above, so you can vault through this. But if you aren't doing any kind of crazy hold, you want to make them kind of like in the middle right here. I would personally do it in the middle because there's a hatch right here, and if the hatch gets opened, it's really hard to walk in without dropping down all the time. But that's basically it for lobby, to be honest. There's not a lot. These yellow walls, you can choose if you want to shotgun out the feet area. It's really a personal preference. And this hatch, it's just up to you guys if you're roaming upstairs, anchoring site. You shouldn't anchor site too hard, or else you're just going to get sprayed from the windows. So it's nice to have that hatch open sometimes. And that's it for lobby. Let's move on to the last bomb site. So tellers and archives. This is probably one of the hardest, if not worst, bomb site on this map. So please try to avoid picking this site. Try to get the other 3 ones out of the way. But if you do want to do this, you have a good strat for it, go for it. But it's not really influenced by most of the community. But your first kind of rotate you want to do is right here. This way you can get into the site safely without being exposed to the window or any other Visa windows. It's pretty easy to come in through here, and you're also pretty covered. So the reinforcements, you can choose to reinforce off mostly the Visa walls, like this one, and this one, and it's up to you guys if you want to do these ones. But you kind of want to have some of these hatches open, and also just making holes below. You already know, because if all these if you know where a lot of these plant spots and the corners are under below, then your map knowledge will be obviously very improved, and it'll be a lot easier to deny plants so that we can choose people below. But some people like to plant on top of the desk. That's why you can chuck C4s. You can C4 people on the table if they are close enough, but sometimes they'll just take a little bit of damage, but otherwise they should be dead most of the time. But next is, that's basically it for that one rotate. But if you were doing one down here, because the bomb site's down, you would make one right in the middle right here. So that's the main rotation. And if you want, you can honestly, like, whatever crazy shot you're doing, but don't make too many holes. If you're trying to practice rotations, the best thing to do is only do what you know, because if you make a hole that you don't know, that you think might help the team, it probably most of the time won't. But depends on your reasoning, because if your team doesn't know about those holes, the attackers can use that against you. So that's it for my rotations on Consulate. Most all the rotations I showed in here are mostly all the right rotations you want to do. Anything else besides what was in this video might be wrong. Like I said, behind your reasoning. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you are subscribed, and I really appreciate you guys for tuning into the videos. I stream every single day on Twitch. Make sure you go check me out on there, and we're doing some crazy placements. Follow me on my other social media, link in the description. Like the video, share with a friend. If they do a wrong rotation, share them this video, and then they can learn more. So thank you guys. I'll be hitting the daily uploads very soon, and just dealing with all this fire kind of stuff. But you guys have a good day, and no further ado, peace out.